Pick up on none of your calls. In the parking lot, Tucson. Are you with me? You're standing with the roof gone. I pull up like Jimmy Neutron. Looking if you get a move on. Like you haul, and I know we need to go slow, but we could go faster. Let me the past.
Hey y'all, welcome in. And it's snow day. Snow day. Hold on, let me close my door. Okay, we got some things to talk about. I'll be back live tonight as well. I'm gonna try. Welcome in. I hope you guys had a great day. I'm sorry I didn't come yesterday. I was busy. Plus I had to grocery shop for the whatever was needed anyway. And then I know I'm supposed to come on here clacking, but child, I gotta we'll talk about that tomorrow about this nail situation. I'm gonna stick to my nail man. Don't ever cheat with your nail folks. Hey. Oh honey, I'll be back. We'll be back with part 4 or 5 tonight. All right, so y'all, first I'm gonna say this. If y'all got a notification with TikTok, I'm still gonna use TikTok. Girl, yeah. The only thing I couldn't find was a portable at Walmart, but I found one. Child, they wanted $50 for who? I need 2. I'm not paying $100. Hell no. But yeah, I went and got everything yesterday. We got up early. Yeah. Yesterday morning. I didn't get back home till 6 or 7. So we were shopping, went to 3 different stores. And plus I went to an extra store to get my adult accommodations. I went to the sprit store because I seen a lady getting some wine. I say, you know what? That's not a bad idea. Just in case. Get some chill, drink some. Yeah. So I went and got a couple of them. Yeah, I'm gonna treat this like I pull my Florida hat out and say I'm gonna treat this like the Florida cane. We might as well. The only difference is, girl, no. The Winko where I had no milk, no eggs, no yogurt, none of the vanilla yogurt, none of the bread. I'm glad I went to Sam's Club. I didn't go further into Walmart to see, but I know they had no eggs, no juice. So I'm glad I hit Sam's Club because I went to Walmart to see if I could find a little extra stuff that needed. So I'm not gonna get nothing from here. I'm gonna go in there get this, the stuff that's needed. Then I'm gonna go to Sam's Club, get everything in bulk, and then Winko, whatever. And I did pretty good. No eggs, none. I said okay. So I'm prepared. I'm prepared. I ordered my water, and then I usually get the kids like they noodles and stuff. And my son, he like a certain kind of Asian noodles, like my niece. So they don't like the ramen. They like the other ones. So I got them too. She liked the Bodak, and I got me a couple of them. And then I got him. It's called Nissan shoe or Nissan something. It's like in a gold and green pack of noodles. I got those, and then I got the ones that I like, which is like got the tuna bowl. It's not tuna. It start with a T. I get that, and I got me some of those. But yeah, listen, exactly. It was packed. It was so many people. Anything, like I told them, anything going out. We got plenty of tuna, plenty of sardines. We'll make us a sardine plate with charcuterie board. We'll be all right. We got water. I brought plenty of water. I had brought 2 cases the day before, and I got 2 more. That was it. All right, so listen, TikTok got new guidelines. It's owned by the U.S. I told y'all that. If y'all don't want TikTok anymore, that's fine. A lot of people are leaving TikTok. I told y'all when people weren't getting paid and when people were getting canceled and demonetized on TikTok was going to the U.S. so they could look at your shit. Excuse me, French. So I'm only keeping TikTok because I'm covering these cases. After that, I will no longer have TikTok. If you follow me on TikTok, it's just going to be on Facebook, Threads, and Instagram. TikTok, I will not be doing. My son and my niece too, they do that. Child, she be making the dumplings. She make it from scratch. My niece do all it. Yes, yes. They're gonna yes. I've been telling I've been listen, it's nothing wrong with being on TikTok and different platforms. But if you read what the guidelines say, before we get into this crime thing, I'm gonna let y'all know what the guidelines say, okay? I have to tell y'all because y'all gonna be like, what? It's affiliated. Okay. It says we are updating our terms of privacy terms of service and privacy policy. It's effective January 22nd, 2026 to reflect changes including updates of corporate entity, meaning they will look at your stuff. New types of location information, including device geolocation. I don't even know. Hold on. Let me see what it says, y'all. Okay. I'm sorry. I need to block that number. It's a solicitor. We may collect from you with your permission. That's if you agree to this. How we use your information, we have collected or will collect to show you ads outside of TikTok. To opt out of this ads, tap here. They're going into your information. They want to see what's going on. If you don't want to, you don't have to. And if you want to delete TikTok, that's fine. I didn't choose to. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep it for this crime stuff because there's some stuff on here that's not on Facebook until everybody shift over. That's where it's going to be. Okay. So I'm just letting y'all know. Please be mindful. They are doing geo locations and stuff. Yep. Yep. So TikTok is going to be watching people. China also updated, but China don't treat people. We all know how China is. Now, what I am going to tell y'all, here's the catch. I told y'all month prior almost that it's going to be owned by a white man that is MAGA. And he's working with Mr. I'm gonna have to I don't find out I got a new name for him. I'll tell y'all later. Oh, well, he wants it. Well, Poopy Pants wants it as democracy. He don't want it as democracy. He wants to be control. He wants to have control. Poopy Pants, Poopy, booty loose booty. That's my new name for him. Yeah, y'all can laugh. It's okay. That's my new name. Yeah, he wants to watch and grab control. That makes it better for instead of going door to door. And then a lot of people have to understand that that's what they want to do. Yeah.
I can't wait for that. Thank you guys.
A lot of people. So I hit my non-track thing. I just wanted to see if that thing will pop up. It'll probably pop up on here. All right. Yep. That's what he wanna do. That's what he want to do. So I know it's going to be a lot of people that use TikTok for the criminal cases and stuff. I think a lot of people going to stick to that. And then once that's over, y'all, my TikTok will be going. I'll keep y'all informed on that because I am going to be letting it go. Now, I heard some stuff about Dro, but we're going to talk about it. Let me see. Before we get into Romika, because I saw something last night when I went down her rabbit hole of her her TikTok. And when I tell you, yep. And you know what, Peach? This is what I be saying. Everybody be, I love Peach. Peach don't love y'all. She wouldn't get y'all best interest in her own and how to make her money for her kids. Peach finna really suffer. So, I mean, she finna learn today. She be like, what? Yeah, congratulations. we told her. See, she thinks people try to trick her. She finna learn how people try to tell her stuff. Um. Okay, so they live streaming his funeral tomorrow. I'm gonna have to tell my friend. So I wanted to have my friend on here, but I know she probably busy. With things that she getting together for today and stuff, and making sure her household and her babies, well, her daughter and her fur baby is good. My friend, now from what I heard, my friend, her mother, and Tyrone Davis' grandmother are close. They good and known each other in the church. And I was trying to tell her I was going live and I wanted to have this conversation with her about it. This gonna be a long live today, y'all. And I was watching, and I'm gonna talk about, I'm not gonna show no, no videos and stuff. I was seeing how the friend gets her, yeah, she did. She gonna learn today. I was seeing how Lulu friend got on social media, hey CC Life, and she did an interview saying that people don't know the truth, right? Which she did a lot of protecting her friend. I mean, that's her friend. But at the end of the day, you can't bash your family because of your friend wrongdoing. Which, I mean, let's be honest. It was said if it come back that he jumped out the car and it was a car accident, it was said, would people be upset? No, I would not be upset. But I know damn well that ain't no goddamn jumping out no car. Let me tell you something. This is Florida we talking about. Sunny, barely cold. Everybody have fun in the streets. You're gonna go riding, blue, having fun, woo. Baby, these are the people that sat on cars while the cars were moving. Yeah, I said it. I did. I said it was dangerous. I was young. Shit, I had fun. She didn't go too fast, but we had fun right on the back of that motherfucker hanging out the window. That's what. For you to say that when we know how we like to have fun and how we grew up doing that shit. Now, granted, he probably in the same age group as me. We don't do that shit no more. We're too old for that. But ain't no way you just go hop out and jump out like, oh, well, it's an argument. It just don't make sense. I have to disagree with that. I grew up with a lot of boys. I had fun, okay? Ain't nobody jumping out like that. Now, if she was going faster than that, that's the thing. But remember, he's a truck driver. He's trained not to do that. Truck drivers don't even get out their car with an accident unless they have to. Do you understand what I'm saying? So for you to say that that's not even true. You're not supposed to jump out no car. That's one thing. No, you're trained not to do that for a reason. And I showed a video how the girl jumped out at 25 per miles per hour. She said, I almost broke my leg. She didn't say her head, none of that. So that's out the window. It's a lot. Let me see what else she talked about. I should have wrote it down because I got to keep notes because I be having so much to talk about this stuff. You know what I'm saying? So much. But it's a lot that I feel like is not right. The auntie came out and she also said, you know what I'm saying? She say people out here saying stuff they don't know it, but I agree. I agree in bashing the family when if whole entire family, she say even the Jennings family, which is his mom's side, they're having conversations. So for the girl to come on here and say, oh, yeah, they don't even talk. No, girl, that's not true. That's not true. So it's a lot. I hope that girl don't show herself up to that funeral tomorrow. I hope the Lord she don't. I wouldn't. So who got a white sedan? Ain't her sedan white? I'm gonna let y'all hear what this supposed to be her friend, but the way she pronounced her words, I'm gonna let y'all hear it.
Have, and I'm not saying this is facts, but just, that he could just have, and I'm not saying this is facts, but just, steer away from accusing her and maybe focus on the fact that, what if he got hit by a car and whoever hit him did not stop? Because again, we all know how.
Now, this BG is her friend. Now, people are saying that ain't nobody say nothing about no Hennessy bottle. Nobody saying anything on the news or anything about a Hennessy bottle. People are making assumptions about this Hennessy bottle. But what's so funny is y'all keep going towards this Hennessy bottle and it's drinking. And it's very strange. But I'm gonna continue to let it play.
Somewhat, to some extent, how investigations work. If she was so guilty, I promise you, she would have been arrested.
Sean,
not true. We saw that. This is not like we can go to a suspect, they got some on their clothes. We know for sure that they were there. We know for sure that's what they did, right? Not true. If they don't, this is a situation where they don't know, right? So now they got to investigate to see how this occurred. Don't mean she will never be charged. See, y'all, people forget that. They have to know what happened for a charge. Don't mean she will never be charged. I'm going to say this again. I want y'all to understand when it comes to unaliving, there is no statute of limitations, meaning there is not a certain time to where that is gone, right? So let's say a person robbed a bank. The statute of limitations for you to get caught and charged, because they know, this is why some of them be on the run, they know it, I think it's like 10 years. Then that's when they go home, go ahead and get charged. Guess what? They don't get indicted. They don't go to jail for that. You know why? It's past the statute of limitations. Just like a lawsuit, you have a year up to 2 years. That's why it take a year or 2 years, because once it's past that statute of limitations, your lawsuit is null and void. You got to refile it again, right? Even if you do your settlement, they give you like a year or two to do what you have to do. Depends on the situation, right? You have a statute of limitations, which goes by the state of the limitations, right? The only thing that don't have a statute of limitations is felony, unaliving. Even attempted have a statute of limitations. When you unalive somebody, there is no statute of limitations, baby. They don't care if you 55. They're gonna, and oh yeah, you're going. You can spend the rest of your life in there. Yeah. 55, yeah. You spend the rest of your life in there. Oh well, so be it. Yeah. Statute of limitations. That's how they go. That's just what it is. I mean, so even if they investigate, they don't know. They'll send the feds on your tail. Yes, the feds will go looking. They want you. And if you go any longer, oh, that's a federal charge. That's when it comes out of statute of limitations under jurisdiction. It's no longer that problem. Now it's a federal charge. So now we really got to get you. Oh yeah, that's why y'all think the FBI gonna fire people. You be like, dang, I thought they were gonna never catch them or go to certain countries. No, they have to get a thing for that. It's a lot to it. I ain't gonna put it on here because there's a lot to it. I don't want anybody to say, oh my God, I could do that. No, you cannot. You got to have some type of thing, like Assata Shakur, may she rest in peace. She went to Cuba, and Cuba signed the thing and said you cannot touch her. Because number one, she said, I didn't do that. I didn't have nothing. They could not touch her. They had to go through the whole president to try to touch her. And that one go ahead. They couldn't touch her. They couldn't touch her. There's a difference. Now, don't think y'all can do something. Oh, hell no, that ain't gonna work. You did something to a civilian. We don't want you. But if you did something for your right, and they know.
And if she was so
Okay.
guilty,
I'm sorry,
we
y'all.
all,
I just
it's
came back
okay.
in. I'm sorry. You
If
finished,
she was
BG?
so guilty, I think she would have been arrested already. The fact that she's
That's not
still a
true.
free woman is
Can y'all
because
hear me?
yes, I
No,
can
we
hear.
can't hear you.
Oh,
This was on World Deep.
I think we can hear her, but she can't hear us. I think that's what's going on.
okay. So yeah, like I was saying, it's just like, you know, if she was so guilty at what everybody's accusing her of, I think the police would have, you know, arrested her already. But I just feel like, you know, I would love to
Ain't no way she talked like that girl. Because that's how that girl talked, emphasizing her words. Continue.
the internet just steer away from accusing her and just look at, you know, some different facts. Like everybody's so focused on like mundane things, like, you know, small things about chicken boxes and pizzas. Like
Because
it's
all
not
that be coming into part.
important. What is more important is, you know, how he got those fractures to his head. And I get that. Struck by a vehicle with that much damage, from what I've heard front to back, it sounds like a vehicle. That sounds like a vehicle, not a Hennessy bottle, what the internet has been saying.
Pause. If he got struck, it wouldn't have been that. Depends on how fast the person was going. And I want to say he would have some body parts on him and a broken bone. He had none of that. Like, none of that. None of it. He had none of it, girl. I see what you're saying and I see what you're doing. I'm not mad at that. You ride or die for your friend. I can't be mad at you because some of these girls ain't riding down for their friend. Some of these girls that take a ride and jump out at the stop sign. I'm not. Listen, I grew up that way too. You know her for majority of your life. I understand that. Like my friend, I'm be like, shit, that's my friend. I get that. That's what friends do. Listen, I don't be mad about nobody named loyalty with their friends, because when I tell you, when it comes to friends, people who grew up, the reason why I say that, because like I say, I grew up in Florida. Your loyalty with somebody that you was in diapers with is different than just meeting somebody 2-3 years ago. Like that's family. Like that's how deep the loyalty is. But that don't mean you don't hold your friend accountable. That don't mean you don't tell your friend that they're being dumb. That don't mean that you don't tell your friend that's effed up. You ain't got to tell it to the world, but you're going to tell it behind them closed doors because that's your friend. You feel what I'm saying? Now, I don't know their relationship, but the way this girl is talking, that's her friend. They cool. They had to been cool for years. But at the same time, and at the same token, I know that's your friend, but you need to tell your friend to tell the truth, babe. I know what she gonna tell you. You gonna ride to the front of everybody else, but behind closed doors, you need to hold your friend accountable. Like dead. But we don't got to know. If you did, that's fine. And left it there. We'll know how you talk. But at the same time, you gotta hold your friend accountable.
That's just what I wanted to say.
So do you know what happened?
Yeah, sound like.
To some extent, but it's not for me to say, hey, you guys, here's what happened here.
No, right. But I'm just saying, like, as
That he could just have,
I believe,
and I'm not saying this is facts,
because I believe she know what happened. Oh, they ain't post no more. I believe she know what happened, y'all. I believe she know what happened. I believe she know exactly what happened. Let me go to my girl right here. I believe she know what happened. I believe her friend confided in her and told her what happened. I truly believe that. She was frantic. She didn't know what to do. She didn't know what to say, and she told her friend everything. That's her best friend. She didn't tell nobody else. Let me see if she posted something yesterday.
y'all, Auntie Tasha just posted, and I'm about to share with y'all. And then I'm going to follow it up with something that I found on Lulu page. Sometimes you got to be careful what you put into the universe.
Okay, so it say Lulu, those witnesses told the truth. This is okay, so let me break it down why she posted this. The auntie went live with Criminal Villains because Criminal Villains was talking about Royal D had talked to, she had an open panel where she was like, she wanted the way I got a shout out to Royal D because she did that. Let me tell you, Royal D, if you don't come out here and start reporting, girl, the way that you had that friend come out and be comfortable to say things and to have a good panel and one rah, you had them. Oh, I see it in your future, girl. I say, look at her. She hugged the Criminal Villains. I ain't gonna lie, they be asking the questions how like a Nancy Gray or Don Lemon would answer. I give it to them. They did their thing because the conversation was nobody was bashing or nothing, but they were having a great, like conversation, and it was like more of a conversation in an interview where everybody said their piece, but it was just saying their thoughts and stuff, right? And so they said that I didn't finish watching it. World D did a great job, and all the ladies on the panel with the friend. They saying that the friend was bashing Natasha. And then Criminal Villains went live, and Auntie Natasha dropped up on the panel. Auntie Natasha has some things to say. Y'all go watch Criminal Villains live from last night. She played it. And then she took to social media and said this. That's how that started. So she said, Lulu, because it was said that the witnesses lied. Miss Natasha said that no, nobody lied. She don't know them people. They didn't pay them. They were saying that, oh, they paid them this. And she said, nah, I ain't do none of that. Them folks told what it was, right? Which, I mean, we have seen witnesses do. It's not the first time, right? If people been following the Romika case, there was a witness that were talking. There's another witness that is talking. I don't understand what's the difference. It's the same thing. Like, just saying. She said those witnesses told the truth and you saw it with your own eyes. Your only concern was getting your story together. He planned a perfect Xmas vacation for you, but your ungrateful self didn't know how to handle the best man you ever had. My nephew is gone. Blunt force trauma to the back of the head, but no scratches or bruises. That is true, because when we saw the dad have a conversation with the medical person, that lady didn't mention any scratch or bruises. That lady didn't. They mentioned stuff like that. I don't care how you have a family member. Like, okay, you got a family member that passed of natural causes, they're going to say that. You got a family passing from unaliving to wounds, they're going to say that. They did not mention that. They have the right to tell the family if the family wants to know. That lady ain't mention no scratches or bruises. And if you dealt with medical examiners and you ask questions, they're going to tell you everything. When my friend was unalived by her baby daddy, they told them everything. They're going to tell you because they wanted to know. They're going to tell you what on her death certificate tells exactly what she died from. Yes, they tell everything. They tell them everything because that's going to go to the courthouse. And if they tell, like they were told, I'm not going to get into too much detail, but it was said upper body trauma. And then they asked, okay, well, what? And then they told them, this is what happened. This is what happened. If they want to know, this is what happened. This is this. If they want to know, they'll tell them. That's why he's serving life in prison now. He gonna die in that sucker. And we don't care. You're guilty, number one, of leaving T2 by the bridge, hoping he got ran over. Lulu, guilty number 2, is not calling us till 24 hours later, but you have everybody from the Davis family number. You're guilty number 3 of telling our family 3 different lies and what happened. Nobody fell for those lies but one person. You're guilty number 4 of transferring money from his account the next day. Number 5, he slipped and fell and bumped his head at the A. He slipped, fell, and bumped his head at the gas station. He jumped out while you were driving 25 to 30 miles an hour, but you didn't look back or call the police. You claim you drove 5 minutes away to the gas station to give him the time to cool off. You let him out and then drove off and never looked back. You need to be locked up on counts 1, 2, 3, and 4, lies A, B, and C. There are facts in spite of what your answer to what happened. So that's how that happened. So that's how that concurred. Let me see what she found that was crazy. If she found what I think, yep, that's what she not lying. She did repost that. I seen it. That's what I meant to pull up. She reposted that. That's what I was going to post. I said, I know it's something I was supposed to pull up. That's what she posted. That's not all she posted. Did I put them things in my head from Criminal Villains? No. Yes, I did. Before you think about playing with me, think about what fish fry you want to have. You won't be making it to. That's exactly what she said. Before you think about playing with me, think about what fish fry you won't be making it to. When y'all post this stuff to scare these men into loving you or to scare them into not cheating, and y'all gotta understand, men too, have a seat, yeah, because we finna get into that and I'm finna put it all together. First of all, I want to say, yes, men and women can go through abuse. We're not gonna act like it can't. But we're not gonna sit here and say he gonna retaliate, because that's not retaliation, and we're gonna get into that. This, y'all ladies, men too, y'all got to stop doing that. Oh, if I can't have him, nobody else can. That's abuse. You don't even got to go through physical abuse. Mental abuse, that's where cheating comes into play with cheating offenders, meaning they repeatedly cheat. That is mental, because it messes with your mind. It asks you, what did I do wrong? How did I do this? Playing with your mind, make you do stuff you don't want to do. That's abuse. Verbal abuse, calling you bees, hoes, that's abuse. There's different types of abuse than physical. Making you have any actual activities when you don't feel like it, that's abuse too. Yeah, it's different types of abuse, y'all. It's different types. Saying that, oh, ain't nobody gonna have you but me, that's abuse too. That is abuse. That's a threat. That's abuse. That is abuse. I don't care how you flip it, rub it down. There are different types of abuse. Hey, and I think people gotta start identifying abuse. It don't have to be physical. Sometimes a man will sit here and tell you, I don't like that dress on you. It make you look fat. What you think that is? Oh, dang, why your hair like that? That's ugly as fuck. Take that shit off, man. The fuck? I wouldn't even touch you. That's abuse. There's different type of abuse, y'all. We have to get notified to that. Just because they don't hit you, don't mean them cussing you out and lowering your self-esteem is not abuse. That's abuse. Because it sits into your mind till you think you're not good enough, and nobody will want you. That when that's abuse. Yeah. It's different types. And I think when people say things, y'all gotta know what different types it is. Just like toxicity in a relationship, nobody wants to keep dealing with that, the mental or physical or all three abuse. And then this is what y'all do to get to a point and then kiss on each other later. Nobody want that. Nobody want that. That's why, baby, because when you hit a certain age, you're tired. That's draining. Huh. Because that's Chief Keef. Like Chief Keef's situation. Him having a baby with a 36-year-old woman and he was 16. That is abuse. And have to pay child support. That's abuse. Baby. I wouldn't. Hell no. Ew.
I hope you paused and read what Auntie said. And if you haven't, go back. Read. Okay?
She not lying.
What's up, everybody? It should misconstrued or manipulate the narrative because they want to keep a clean image. That narcissist will lie, and keep lying. And that's Lulu. So I'm just gonna jump right into it and show you some posts. She said that the Davis side was spreading hateful, negative things about her that Tyrone would not allow or respect. But Tyrone not here. She also said allow the detectives to do their job and for us to stop with the accusations. Next one coming up, because baby, I'm gonna gather y'all up at the end, believe me. Now, this picture right here, this is the picture where she was the matron of honor at her friend's wedding, which was actually down here in Las Olas. But wait. Now, this is another post that Lulu, tagged her best friend in. Now, the first picture is her friend. Y'all pay attention to that name. And if y'all didn't get that name, make sure y'all go back and look at it. And you see in that post, her friend of 20 plus years. Lulu is 33. Now, I spoke about this post right here a few days ago because I did notice that, okay, somebody wrote a post in support of her because it damn show ain't a rest in peace post to T2, aka Stepdaddy Dro. Read what the bottom says. Y'all, this thing say, sleep well, family. I love and promise to stand on business about my friend like you reminded us to do. She's been friends with Lulu for over 20 plus years. But T2, aka Stepdaddy Dro, has been with Lulu since what, 2020? The wedding was in 2024. What the hell happened for him to have to remind us, who is us, to stand on business about Lulu? Why do everybody need to protect Lulu for some reason? Why would he feel the need to tell her friend to stand on business about his woman? Like, Lulu, are you always getting into shit? Like, what is going on? I'm confused. Because that ain't no rest in peace post. But remember now, Tyrone is not here. And you were the last one who's seen him healthy and breathing and no injuries. And the reason why I'm gathering all they ass up here right now is because this heifer had a nerve to post up under my comment.
What?
And as y'all can clearly see, she has an issue with
content creation. It said, what do y'all be talking about? How is she sneaky? Y'all going off with a Griever family. Family is paying what? So what they're saying is skewed. And like you just said, their story is changing the same way they allege hers is. All why is no one allowing GPD and the detectives to do their jobs? At the end of the day, what they'd find is all that matters. And when it's all said and done, I hope she sued the brakes off that auntie and y'all investigate journalists. She's going to jail for moving that money. That's considered fraud. Oh, wait a minute. The internet is defeated.
She basically said we're going.
Pause. I don't know who her friend is, but I'm going to tell you right now, baby. And I'm going to explain something to the friends. They're probably in the bushes. When it comes, I'm going to be straight up real with you. When it comes to Threads and TikTok, lethal. It's saying it's lethal as them. Them suckers will find out your mama, your daddy, your grandparents, if they live or deceased, and any family members that are not opposed and been removed. They don't play. When it comes to Instagram, they gonna dig too. The internet is undefeated. Y'all can't be going on here and people post, especially on TikTok, and think y'all can run amok and say whatever you want. No, baby. Baby, when I say they investigate, they investigate. Baby, they'll investigate what color drawers you had on yesterday. This is the internet. All that, they don't care. They gonna investigate on it. Baby, they'll find your blood type and who you slept with 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years ago, and who was your first boyfriend, and who you say your baby daddy was and ain't, and who probably did. Risa T say tell nobody what that man looked like. They jumped on it. And on Facebook and every social media, when baby Callie came out here and her was gone and her mama was fighting justice, she did not mention what that baby daddy looked like, that girl daddy looked like. They went on the internet and found that man in the wife. They do not play. Shut up. Just shut up. Just shut, baby. If you don't want, I'm telling you now, they're not playing with you. They're not playing. It's undefeated. Baby, they'll pull up old clips and your old you think Twitter. Baby, they'll go to Twitter and see your Twitter page of anything you said that can put yourself in some mess. They're probably doing that search with Lulu right now. I'm telling you straight up. They do not play. And they feel like something is unjustified. That's your ass. They got stuff now with Kim Kardashian, where she just sat here and talked about what people think about her daughter. Oh, baby, they went digging hard. When Beyonce ain't never mentioned who the woman was, even Jay-Z, they were making sure they had a lineup. I don't know why y'all think y'all can come on here and defend this girl when the internet gonna tell you you're lying and move forward. That's just what they do. Welcome to social media.
Off of a grieving family dig at the Davis family. She want to know how is Lulu sneaky. I'm going to tell y'all that in a minute. She said no one is allowing GPD and detectives to do their job. And once they come with the findings, she hope Lulu sue Auntie Tasha in the end.
She not.
But here's the one common denominator we all know. GPD would not be doing anything if it wasn't for Auntie Tasha and the rest of us screaming justice for Dro. Because GPD don't care about people eye color. And they know that shit. But they all team Lulu. Everybody is saying the same thing, the exact same word. It's hatred towards the Davis family when they lost their loved one, their son.
And I'm going to pause. They know that they don't. Florida, as a Floridian, y'all always hear me say, the light, like Diddy say, stay in the light, but he sucked the light out of people. He sucked the light out of folks. DeSantis and his wife has sucked and racist folks moved there, have sucked the life out of Florida. Florida used to be fun, happy. They be on their game. You going to jail, they investigate. And certain cities still do it because they have a big group of people, of minorities. Gainesville is not that type of party. Gainesville is one of those racial states I have heard about. Cities in Florida. And when I hear the stay in your ground, I'm gonna tell you something. When Florida stay in your ground, if you ain't the palm color, they don't care. The thing is, Florida has become very more showing its hand of a racial stance. And they knew that. That's why they know that if they don't fight, that people got eyes on Florida with certain stuff. And they understand that. So GPD probably is now doing their job, but I'm going to say this. They know eyes are on them now because they know the situation of, oh, they don't care. They this and that. So now they're going to be like, oh, hold on. No, we're not. I'm born and raised. Trust me. Oh, trust me. You'll be surprised.
Their nephew, their cousin, their brothers. And it's very relevant that Lulu said Tyrone don't play about her. So now her friend got to stand on business like Tyrone always told her to do when it come down to Lulu. Baby, if that ain't a narcissist trying to control a narrative
Agree.
and change the image in everyone's mind, and
Mhm.
she's using her rabbit head as friends, like we can't see through shit. One thing about me, baby, I have the spirit of discernment, okay? Play that shit on somebody else's page. Don't play it on mine, because I'm going to call it out every time. Meaning, little mama, you didn't call them people right away. They got a call 24 hours after it happened. And
what make it so bad, Lulu didn't turn around, look, or call 911. Neither. That's going to play a big part. I don't know why y'all act like not calling 911 is a crime. It is a crime. Calling 911 is not a crime. Not calling 911 is a crime, because that's going to play a big factor in what they're thinking. I'm telling y'all. Why she didn't call 911 when he jumped out and we could have, or when they had an argument, pulled over. I'm going to tell y'all what they're going to ask. Why she ain't pull over? Florida don't play that shit. Well, why you ain't pull over? Well, because we were busy arguing. And why you didn't just pull the car over? They're going to look at it. All these places right here, she couldn't pull the car over or get into that lane to pull over. You're right there. You didn't get into that lane to pull over and call 911. That's what they're looking at. Why you ain't do that? She had every right to pull that car over, park if he did anything to her, and call 911. They're going to ask that. They don't give a fuck. Now that eyes on, they're going to ask, hold on. Hold on. Two detectives, Sergeant, DA. Well, what did she say? Well, because they have to get a court order to go in that girl car. That's another thing. And if she is in Fort Lauderdale, they have to go through that car. So don't think they're not. They have to get a thing with them as well. So I'm going to tell you what they're going to say. Trust me. That when they want you, they want you. They don't give a damn. You got two detectives. You got a sergeant, DA. What's the update on the case? Family want to know, blah, 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 what we need to do. Well, she said X, Y, and Z. Then she said this, but she did pass this and that. Okay, well, if he hit his head at the gas station, and did she see did he move? No, she didn't. We don't know what she said. They probably did ask that. And they said, okay, she'll be back in there. I'm telling y'all now. Well, if he hit his head, did his head bleed? Did she see any blood? No. Or she say, yeah, but why didn't she call 911? Why didn't she call 911? Yeah, they don't sound right to me. Okay. Oh, she also said that he jumped out. Why she didn't just put the car on the side of the road, which she had when they go look, all these stores, she could have got right there or pulled on the side of the road and let him get out. Why didn't she let him get out on the side of the road? She didn't turn around and look. You're going to hear, let me tell y'all something. If he got hit and he got out that car, you're going to hear that situation and you're going to turn back around or stop the car, pull over and see what's going on and call 911. I'm not buying that. Why didn't she call 911 is going to be their question to her too. Why didn't she pull over? Baby girl, you're fucked. They can vouch for you all. You're fucked. Because when they start to find out that you did none of that, and then you turn back around and came back, don't think you're not fucked. You're fucked. You, as well as I know, we from the same state. They gonna get your. They gonna throw that book, the shoe at you so hard. You know what time it is. You can wiggle your way out, but you're not. They don't play. You know that. That's why you trying to wiggle so hard. Should have thought about that. Because when Florida wants you, you know for a fact they coming to get you. I don't care where you at. Just like that girl that unalived that girl in Florida and went back to New York. She wasn't arrested then yet, was she? But she got indicted a month later because I read the court documents. Oh, they got that ass. They're not playing. Florida don't give a damn. Oh yeah. When they want you, they want you. They don't care. Child, please. Everybody know that.
The story's changed several times as it was told. And then your friend BG went on a podcast and tried to make it seem like the mama side of the family spoke to the daddy side of the family and information got mixed up. And that's what happened. And Auntie Tasha, who y'all got a problem with for standing on business about her nephew, is the one that is making sure she is repeating everything that was told and she ain't playing. So I'm happy Lulu Friends is trying to stand on business because they feel that Tyrone would want them to do that. We're going to continue to stand on business about Stepdaddy Dro, okay? Because he's not here to have a voice. You don't even want to tell what actually happened because you're going to be in trouble, Miss Cutwater.
No, she don't want to tell what actually happened. And I'm going to tell you why. Because she know that they going to throw that shit at her worst. I'm just being honest. She know what they going to do. She know what's up. She know what's up. That's why they coming on here defending. Oh, I don't want my, yeah, Florida is a different type of playground with shit like this. Downtown Tampa, they were, baby, police brutality. Y'all ain't, go look it up. Does she know? She know. She know. She know what's up. Her friends know what's up. That's why they defend it so hard.
For breakfast. She's the sweetest person and this and that and that. Yeah, okay, BG, she's the sweetest person. Well, the sweetest person is attacking a grieving family who I'm pretty sure is telling the truth. And what is that called when it comes from a narcissist? Gaslighting. Y'all go play with somebody else. Don't play with me. Yes, ma'am. Miss ma'am, you can come on into the room, baby, because you should have known coming up under my page.
She posted again. Why is everyone acting like they never put someone out their car before? Okay, well, let's go to it. If you put someone out your car, why so vain? If you put someone out your car, you're going to pull over. We don't just put you out in traffic. We pull over. Ain't nobody doing that. You gonna get the fuck out my... You are... Why so vain? Why you acting like you ain't from down there? You already know. Hey, you got to get out. Pull over. You got to get out. You pulling over. Ain't nobody pushing nobody out on the traffic. A person to get off the interstate and put your... Stop capping for these people because they're not from down there. Now you finna make me mad. We all know you gon... I done seen somebody pick up their girlfriend out the car, took the keys out, okay, put the keys because they knew, unbuckled her, picked her up, put her out, locked their door, and made sure she walked off. They got out that damn car. I don't know who you think you fooling. Who are you talking to? All right, let's do it. She's not like she got back on the highway and was halfway home. She went up the street to cool off with the intention of going back. If you put somebody out your car, regardless, you have a heart for your man, your girl, in the middle of nowhere, and you hear something and you see it through your rearview, you're going to turn around or park that sucker in the middle of the street or on the side and run down there and call 911. You can't tell me she didn't look back. I'm not... Come on now. Come on now. Come on. Overwhelming grief can quite literally after your brain chemistry and could cloud your judgment. After the things she could have done very differently, absolutely. Things she could have done differently, absolutely. So what you saying? See, y'all be trying to protect people. Y'all be talking so much out in context. Did y'all think nobody look at the context of what you're saying? She can't, but she didn't, and she can't change that now. There should have been, there's always a compassion for a family who lost someone, especially way too soon. Wanting answers and understanding is valid, but getting online and crucifying someone is not the same as holding GPD accountable and ensuring that they do their job. Oh, Alyssa, play Read Between the Lines by Aaliyah. So you're saying that GPD is not doing their job to give out this information, but you're also saying that she should have did something totally different. Interesting. Huh. Hey, Chew Baby. So you're saying this could have went differently. Hold on. Why would she feel inclined to say anything with people online bashing and defaming her at every opportunity while she's grieving too? You missing the principle. Because I talked to my homegirl about this, and we said the same thing with the principle. I'm going to say it again. And I'm going to say it again. If y'all from Florida in the chat, put a 1. I'm going to say it again. Even if you in the bushes, put a 1. It's not the fact that you put him out your car. It's the fact that you left him and noticed what happened, didn't say a word, and didn't turn around and didn't call nobody. That's the part. It's the principle of that shit. That don't got nothing to do with anything. Let me tell you what I was taught and I live by. If my child left with you, my child should come the same way they left with you. Not in no body bag. That's the principle. That's the principle. Not in no body bag. Huh? Not on a ventilator. If my child was with you breathing, my child, okay, because even though he was still their child, should be walking out breathing. If you waited 24 hours to call somebody or they call you, is that not suspicious to you? Yeah, you gonna run amok. Grown or not, hell yeah. First of all, 24 hours, if she would have told what happened, ain't no telling the support she would have got now. But she didn't. That's why it's the principle that she effed up. And she know what time it is and she effed up. Because regardless of the fact, if it was her, it'd be a whole different story. It's the principle you did not call in 24 hours. It's the principle you let him out instead of pulling your car over. It's the principle that you sat there and you probably watched what happened and didn't say a thing. Or it's the principle that he was with you and got heated and you did whatever and you didn't give a fuck. That's the principle. I don't know why you getting in this lady comments and you her friend like you ain't from down there because you know the principles of this shit. And you know how that shit go down there. I don't care who you is. I could rally up anybody from down there and they'll tell you, no, that's the principle. It's the principle of that. That's what they stand on. You've been around for how long? How long? Nah, bro. So saying all of that, no, you should have said nothing. Exactly. She should have said nothing. That's the principle they looking at, that you didn't care. They look at that. They look at that. Oh, well, she really didn't care anyway. What? Oh, well, yeah, I didn't. I was coming back, but I don't give a fuck. That's who? You asking to be fucked up. That's the principle of it. Wait, what? That's the principle. He didn't know nobody. You didn't know nobody. Y'all down there together. Y'all don't know nobody in Gainesville. He didn't have nobody's house to go to. None of that. And you knew that. You knew that. You got upset. You were arguing. And I believe it got physical. I believe it got physical. And it went from there. I'm not fucking crazy. She is bingo. Who tell me what I done seen a woman tell a man to get out their car and pull off to the side to see if what he gonna do. You can't tell me you didn't pull off to the side or drove slow, look out your rear view to see what he was finna do. You can't tell me that. You can't tell me that. Nah, let me see if he pull. You gonna wanna know. Let me see if he gonna pull that phone out. Let me see if he finna call somebody. What hoe finna come up here and pick him up? What he finna, let me see if what he gonna do. Let me pull over. We finna see what he gonna do. He walk back to this car. We just gonna argue about him not getting in the car. Oh, well, he'll be back. Yeah. Yeah. Ain't nobody finna sit here and play that. You tell me you didn't look out the rearview mirror? You didn't pull over when he opened the door. Hold on. No, baby, you want to get out so bad? You can get out. Yeah, you can get out. Let me pull over so you can get out. I'll pull up to this. Let me tell y'all something. Where she was, there was a gas station right there. Why she went the other way to another gas? There was a gas station and there were food places. So what gas station did you go to? Because it wasn't 5 minutes from that area. So you didn't pull up. No, baby, you're on the other side of the road. You weren't going that way. You was, see, so friend want to talk. She was heading past that highway. If I got to put, I'm going to wait. You know what? No, pull that shit up now. Let me go to it. And I want y'all to see that for a fact. Where is, matter of fact, let me go to my Google map. Because Archer Road, they're just starting to build on it. And I said that before, I said they're building on that. It's more places. No, that's going too far back towards them houses. We got to go back up this way, I think. Yeah. Because it's the exit. Let me go to where they did it at, because Archer Road is a very long one. Let me go to her page. Like, she could play that with somebody else. What the hell did I just do? Okay. Hold on, let me open a new one. I don't like it. Okay, here we go. Because they took a picture by it. Okay. Let's see. Because it's the same area that the mama was at when she took her picture. Trying to see if we can get some landmarks over there. Let me go to, because you can't tell. Hold on. Let me play her live. Not fucking crazy. And all the commotion out there when people drive reckless, they blowing their horns. You couldn't tell me. Y'all hear that? Let me see.
The lies and all the answers. We didn't accuse nobody.
Lake City that way. You want me to tell you how I know Lake City that way when you get on the interstate? Because Lake City gonna take you, go right through Lake City. Going through, when you hit Gainesville and go to Lake City, it's gonna take you right on I-75 over there to Atlanta. Going the opposite way, gonna take you all the way back. Depends on where you going to Miami. not crazy. If she, let's pause right here. The gas station back that way. So how he got all the way over here if you going that way to the gas station? Unless she's going back the other way to that gas station.
Said we want the truth. We want the truth. Something happened under this bridge. Something happened.
The gas station is that way. If y'all remember when I did the live, there was another gas station in Papa John's and food places the other way. Why you just didn't wait to go back that way or pull over to where he could have got out right there and jumped over the thing? Ain't no way that man got hit by a car right here. If she's going back that, come on now, that don't make sense. If it was going back that way, he would have got off right there. Man, play with somebody else. And I'm from there.
Coming back. First, let me just let you
Pause. GPD accountable shouldn't they do their job? Why would she feel inclined to say anything? The girl didn't send me for anything. You just so happen to come across my FU page. I'm just a girl who leans more logic than emotional. You not from girl. We all know ain't nobody finna cross no highway like that, no busy street without the thing. You're doing it to protect her. We're not stupid. Talk to somebody that ain't from down there. You got folks from down there calling y'all liars. Hello? There's a thing right there. Come on now. Y'all doing that to folks because y'all feel like, oh, they not from here. Yeah. Y'all go to them people and strike all them because they not from there. Yeah, that's what y'all do because they not from Florida. Oh, yeah, they don't know. Nah, baby. And it's people from Florida calling y'all liars. Anywho, wish you peace and gracious healing to the family and anyone affected by his passing. Don't have a dog in this. I don't have a dog in this fight. Just be mindful. If she was suspected, wondering, stating, girl, okay. You trying to, we see what you're doing.
justice for the Davis family. And they will get justice.
We're seeing what you're doing. Child, play that with somebody else. That's like play it with somebody else. Folks from there. Florida is huge. Florida is big, right? But you never know who from that area. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I might know somebody from Miami because they visit Tampa. You know what I'm saying? Or I've been to Miami. We done got cool. That's how it works. You can't, that's like, you can't say that. Like, oh yeah, they don't know. Who? Floridians travel to every goddamn city in that motherfucker almost. Who? Y'all come, all right. Y'all got it. But you can't say that. That don't make sense. I'm sorry. That don't make sense. And they gonna ask the same questions. There's a gas station way down there. Then there's a gas station back here. If he was going to get out, you put him out. Why you ain't just pull over when you could have turned right into that gas station? We seen where people turn right there walking into it. Every city in the state of freaking Florida turns into shit. It's easy access. Coming off a busy highway. Easy as fart. Why you ain't turning up? It's the principle. All right, y'all. So listen, I gotta move forward. We don't put the hour on that, but I'm calling cap. I'm calling it cap. This boy ain't jump out no darn car. That man ain't jump out no car. That man ain't hop out and you didn't look out the rear view and just you could have easily pulled over and let him get out. He was in the street with money on him. Pizza. Come on now. One of his phones. Girl, play with somebody else, please. Go play in the water. It's about 80 degrees out there. Go swimming in the water and play, because obviously you're lying. Anywho, and I mean play as jump in, have you a nice swim, roll around like you want to do in the sand, maybe. We don't care. Go play with somebody else. Okay. All right, let's get into this. So I'm hearing this discourse. Jesus. I don't know what's going on, and it don't matter now. Why y'all sending this girl? And first of all, I'm gonna say this. I ain't gonna play it because y'all seen it. Can y'all let the family heal, please? Can y'all please let the family heal? Please. They shouldn't come on here and get no emails or messages about anything. Now, I do want to say this. Men and women do get abused, right? Okay? Yes. Men percentage of getting abused by women is not as big as women getting abused. But the difficulty is, and we saw it, right? But we're not saying, I feel like this is a different situation. You can't cape for somebody who has a record of abuse and say they were abusing him when we're hearing on the audio that I'm not going to play that they were abusing them. Also, I did some research last night. Let me go to my inbox because I said it to myself. I didn't look at her I didn't look at her TikTok to last night. I didn't really pay attention to it. But I paid attention to it last night. I'm not sure if y'all went and paid attention. Not only did he abuse her, but that girl did. It's proof that girl stopped that girl. And I'm finna show you. There is no way she was telling people without telling people. Y'all know, I'm gonna put it to you like this. Let me explain something. And y'all know I say women and men get abused. Yes, they do. But what y'all got to understand in this time of age, and I'm going to say it again, if they can't have you, nobody else can get that access. Black women, black men are starting to, the rates are probably getting ready to catch up. But let's go to let me show y'all something. I didn't find this out till later. And I said, wow, let me go to it. I want y'all to see how black women are dying every hour. Probably somebody done died now, a black woman, by hands of a man or someone they know. I've said this before, the same thing with Nazaria Harris. Every time a black woman dies, even outside of America, the rate is crazy. There are more black women. And men, don't act like it ain't catching up. We finna get into it. I'm gonna tell y'all why there are more black women. We look at the regime right now. It's gonna be more women. You want me to tell you why? Because they're taking laws for women who are in these relationships trying to get out these marriages. I'm telling y'all, pay attention. I mean, do I gotta say it again? They're doing anything to hurt black women, especially the death rate of giving a child in some of these states are very high with black women. Why y'all think about it? But that's for another day I can do. There's not data, but there is an increase, as we can see. Homicide in 2020, 1821 black women and girls were unalived in the U.S., averaging roughly 5 women and girls per day. Black women are unalived at a rate 6 times higher than white women. When it comes to maternal mortality, cardiovascular disease, firearm violence, regional all of that, preventable. Yes. Black women, with 78.1 of Black female victims unalived by males in 2022. It is still counting, where Black women are losing their lives every day. Men, have a seat, because y'all think it's just men. It's men too. But I'm going to tell you, it ain't by a woman. That's very rare. $1.63 excessive 22-year period. The only way that men are getting like that are because of the fact is we see what's happening, right? Now, there is a small percentage, but when it comes to Black women, this is a thing. So that's why when that content creator said Black women, she's not lying. You can look it up. Black women, yes. Africa, what's going on in Africa right now? Mostly women and children. Middle East, women and children. UK, same thing. Let's go to the islands. Trinidad had a whole thing for Black women to be careful because Black women were coming up missing and unalived, the same as Jamaica. Yes, it is happening. It is happening. Girls too. It is happening. Every time a genocide happens, who is the target? Women and children. I didn't make it up. They are the target. Women and children. Women and children. That's why people say, y'all going with religious propaganda when it's women and children. Yes, we finna get into her TikTok. I was minding my business. Some say go look at her TikTok. Now, around, let me see if I can find it, from 2021. Maybe they were together for a while. She started getting on TikTok in 2021, right? Around 2022, where is that video where she said she was single? She was focusing on work, spending time with her son. People thought there was some overlapping, and there's proof there was overlapping. Social media is folks' diary. Y'all just don't know. Let's see. Music. She say, imagine not liking me, and this is me at home. She's out having fun. He hates you. I can upload way more. There was overlapping. This was in April of 2025. They was already arguing. They never met. Hold on. Oh, this love have to lock up. Here's my thing. They never met. There were people, she blocked her. Y'all got to ask yourself how she got access. And we ain't gonna lie. Hell, he hate. I ain't gonna say he hate. He just like both of them. Hell, shit. Let me tell y'all something. Let me stop sharing real quick. Let me tell y'all something. I'm gonna tell y'all something. Just because a motherfucker buy you bags, take you shopping, take you out to eat, don't mean they like you or they love you. They can like you, they don't love you, or what? It don't matter, right? I want y'all to understand. I want y'all to hear me clear. Just because they make a child with you don't mean they love you. Let me explain something. There's a thing called lust. A snake will sit there and watch and lay up with their prey before they eat them. Before a python will lay up with their prey and see how big they can get. So if they overtower a human, and they would get them in their sleep. Why y'all think they let go of pythons when they hit a certain amount, a certain weight, a certain length? Because a python, oh, remember my python, my snake want to cuddle, my snake want to cuddle. Your snake don't want to cuddle, baby. Your snake trying to see, how big can I get? Let me see how long she is so I can keep growing, so I can rattle around, stuff, do whatever, and eat you when I'm hungry, because my appetite is going to get bigger. Sometimes I really believe, I'm gonna go back to her thing. I believe, okay, yes, she told that girl that, but let's be clear. Let's be clear. And let's be honest. He didn't like you either. It overlapped, and she was trying to go, and he was still trying to get, and he didn't like you either. Why do you think you're special? I like when a motherfucker show me they don't like me. I love it. Please do. I promise. I have no problem. I'll act like I don't know you. I don't see you. You were born when did you come out the world? When did you come to the world? You're a stranger. I don't know you. Yeah. Those were old. This is old that she was showing. They even went on a trip for the baby birthday. It overlapped. It overlapped. We got proof. Oh, wait, and that ain't all. She started posting old stuff. Let's see. And then she stopped. So I have to say there probably was a mutual friend or somebody going back telling stuff. I guarantee you. Of course. Y'all can go look at it. And then mostly she was showing pictures of her and her son. Child. It happens. When people start enjoying their life without somebody, they feel left out. And it can get to that point, they're like, damn, why it ain't happening for me? Damn, they get to do that without me. Why I ain't a part of that? I used to be a part of that. It happens. Baby, I went through that whole thing. I'm looking like it was, let me find that one that I want to show y'all. I was like, what? She was really working, traveling, and going to school. What? Never forced. We had a great love, Bookie. This what maternity pictures look like when it's not forced. Look at the captions. Posting, oh, she was bothering her. And I guarantee somebody that knew them was going back playing telephone. Oh, girl, she say such and such. Girl, she said this. Telephone. Remind you they never met. Telephone. Somebody was in the middle too. Somebody was saying, girl, she said this. Or somebody sharing and be like, yo, look what was said. I'm going to say this, and this is what I believe, that Facebook that she claimed that somebody made of her was sharing stuff from that person that was blocked. Or look, whoever had that fake profile had an ample opportunity to look at Romika profile. Because a lot of things that was said on that fake profile, because that fake profile ain't no more. Remember, it was supposed to be her. Then I'm hearing, oh, was she made? No, it was the other way around. because that person 2 or 3 in the morning, oh, I'm hungry. It was supposed to be Romika. Romika say, how? That ain't me. But let's hypothetically think, what if that profile was made to look at her and then to say stuff, certain context, to where she knew who it was? It could have been a game of telephone, or it could have been she made that profile to look at that girl. And I believe that. Pillow talking is a dangerous drug. You got to know who you're dealing with and talking to. And it's crazy. It's crazy. Telephone is a hell of a drug. Folks go and tell just to see something pop off. Yep. And another thing. I want to say this, and it's no disrespect to nobody. Can y'all please stop listening to somebody that don't even tell the truth if they booty hole was on fire? Y'all got to understand, that lady go tell that other lady some business or make it what she wanted to be, because her thing is to get her niece out of there. She's not built for this. But when y'all sit here, and I'm glad that this content creator said, yeah, they're investigating, I'm so happy. Because y'all, when y'all lie and do stuff like that, y'all are not helping her. You're helping her. You want me to tell you what they're helping her doing? Helping her go right into prison. Right into prison. Yeah, they helping her get right up in there. Paying to give out that helps right on in there. Yeah, they do. You can't pay your way out of stuff. And now I don't want to say what I really want to say. I'm gonna shut up on that. I'm gonna say this. I told y'all before, y'all justice for Romika, stay that way. Keep doing what y'all doing. But let me tell y'all something. And this is same intercourse as political as I tell my political people when I do my videos on it. Pay attention to what people say, because them same people that's doing stuff like that think it's okay for this regime to do the same shit they doing to pay somebody for whatever. That's all I got to say about it. Just pay attention. It ain't for no justice or they think they right. It's because they feel like they can pay their way through stuff because you got a leader that sit here and pay his way allegedly through anything. Yeah, we're not going to lie about it. And I see my views drop, and I knew they were in the bushes, and they know that I said what I said was a fact. Corruption. Yeah. Because if they had their way, they'll do it. Pay attention. Pay attention to everything around you. Pay attention to this stuff. I'm going to come back, y'all. I'm going to try to do my 3 times today. Will be back with political, because there's some stuff I want you to know that has passed, because I want y'all to pay attention to these folks and these vets and how they finna not be able to knock on your door and kick your door in soon enough. I'll be back with that. But I want to thank y'all for watching and being here. I send my prayers, because his mama just posted something. Let me go to T2, Mom. Dang it done went. Oh, look at my friend. But no, his mom did post that they had the same smile. You know, she's going through it. Y'all pray for his mother and pray for his family. And also pray for good prayers. If you ain't gonna pray nothing good, don't fall on your knees. Because I'm telling you, the same bad prayer you pray for somebody else, the same way God gonna whip your tail. But pray for Romika family as well. I'm finna end this live. I'm finna come back in a few minutes. Yeah, I gotta go back with my political talk because it's some good stuff that just got passed. Yay! And then it's some, oh hell no. But we finna talk about it because we gotta talk about this situation because Hakeem Jeffries, I see you done put some fire up your tail, and now you know what time it is. You should have been knew what time it was. I'll be back, y'all. I want to thank you guys for watching. If you're interested, come on over because I got tea for you. Oh, I got some breakdowns for y'all to understand what's really, really going on and what you should really, really do and what might be really, really happening. I want to thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. I'll see y'all about like 125. I'll give y'all that. I'm gonna make me a little thumbnail because we gotta talk. I'll see you later. Bye.